I wanted to do a video of my Trxx4m high trail. It's the first video I've ever done, but it's something I wanted to share with everybody because I think it's quite cool. It's different to the stock model. I've changed out the electrics and I've put a £5 ESC that you can get off eBay linked to a FlySky BS F6 receiver, which is 6 channels. So I've actually got it hooked up to this FlySky GT5 radio. But what's really different about my model is I've actually added sound, and you can probably see this speaker inside the cab there, and this is a GT power speaker, and it fits perfectly inside the cab. And I've also added remote lights, so I'll just show you what this car does now, having done the modifications. So you can start it up, then I can work the lights off the radio, which I think is really cool, and then fully proportional engine sounds. It's a V8 engine sound. The unit's got 58 different sounds, and I think it sounds really good. Now the problem I've got is I can't drive and film at the same time, so I'm having to do it on this stand just to show how it works. But it looks really good when it's actually driving on the ground. The engine will cut out after a couple of minutes, and then you can restart it. I've also low trailed it because obviously I prefer that lower scale look, which I know a lot of other people have also done, and it makes the truck look much better. And I've also put the Endura aluminium bumpers on, which adds a bit of weight to the chassis. So I've put some shock spacers in just to give it a nice stance when it's actually moving. So obviously the engine's cut out there, and then you just use the trigger, the throttle, to just start it back up. Now I haven't seen any other videos on YouTube showing this model with sound, but I think it really does add to the realism of the truck, and I just wanted to share it in case anybody else is interested. So what I'll do now is I'll take the body off and show you what's underneath the hood. Right, so I've got the body off. You can see there I've got the F-150 body, and I've put lights in there with a Futaba tab, so I can just plug it into this cable here, which gives me the lights to the body, so it's easily changed. And obviously this chassis fits the Chevy K10 as well, so I've got that body that just fits straight on. Perfect fit. Again, put the Endura light kit in, which was about £7 for front and rear lights, which is perfect. And then in terms of the electrics, what you can see here is an electronic switch that I've plugged into channel 4 on the receiver. So you can see I've got the receiver tucked in there, which is a FlySky FSBS6, and that gives me the remote control over the lights. Then obviously I've connected the speaker to channel 2, which is the throttle control, through this Y connector, and I've also given this speaker its own power supply, and I modified the Traxxas original battery and put a GST plug on it, which you can see there, just here. So I'm using the original battery, swapped out the plug so it connected to the £5 ESC, which is underneath that switch. It has to be very low profile to fit on the body. And then obviously I've got a 6-channel radio now with full adjustment on endpoint, sub trim, exponentials, and obviously the receiver, because I already had the radio that was on the receiver, was only £20, so the electric side didn't cost much at all. The battery was free just to a new connector, and then obviously the GT power sound unit there, which is a perfect fit just under the cab. So I wanted to share that in case anybody's thinking about doing something similar, because I think it really adds to the realism of the truck, and it sounds really good too. I'll try and get a video of it running. I'll have to get my son to film me when I'm actually driving it, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll put the K10 body back on so you can see that and give it one more run. Right, I flipped the body over, so we've now got the K10 on. So I think it looks really cool in black. You can see the speaker clearly in there, fits nicely inside the hood, in the cab, sorry. I see the aluminium bumpers. I had to put a slight extension on because the F-150 body, it's a much tighter fit. These are actually K10 bumpers, but they work for both with a slight modification, so there's a little bit of a gap there, which it doesn't have with the F-150 on. But we'll just fire it up now so you can hear the sound again. And again we have the remote lights. It's really cool. So anyway, that's my video of the Trx4m high trail converted to low trail with sound. I hope it's useful to anybody out there thinking of doing something similar, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.